This lecture is about opportunities on campus beyond just going to class and finishing your coursework. So we'll talk about some university opportunities first, and then we'll talk specifically about departmental opportunities. So the first kinds of opportunities that I'd like to talk about are related to class success. So we'll talk about these first. They're more at the university level, and then we'll talk about opportunities to be involved on campus and in the department beyond just your coursework. But let's start with things that are related to class success, because the university has many resources that can help you to be successful in both your courses and in earning your degree. Really encourage you to both look at the Student Success Center website and drop by their office. They're in the Social and Behavioral Sciences building right when you get off the elevator on the 3rd floor in room 302B. Their website has lots of great stuff. There's all kinds of tutorials about how to make an advising appointment, how to submit a permission request. So all those nuts and bolts of things that you need to effectively enroll and stay on track with getting the courses that you need. Those tutorials are all right there on the homepage for the Student Success Center, so a great resource to bookmark when you're looking for a quick one-stop shop about how to do academic advising related things. But I would also encourage you to drop by. One, it's just a very nice space to hang out. But two, the director, Stephanie Loera, is extremely knowledgeable, particularly about our major. She used to be our designated academic advisor on campus, and she's so good they moved her over to the Student Success Center. So she's actually a great resource just to pop by and ask her questions or chat with her about how the university works. If there are services that you might be interested in, she really knows the campus well and can help you to not only get information that's important to child development, but about the university in general. The Student Success Center that I was discussing on the previous page has recently partnered with ASUA, which is Academic Success and Undergraduate Advising. So this is the university level advising center for students, but they have recently partnered with our College of Social and Behavioral Sciences Student Success Center to expand some of the services that have been previously offered. So I know I talked about on the previous slide that the Success Center can help with advising related things, but this new partnership with ASUA, they're creating kind of a sub-component called the Bridge, which will also be housed in the same location. But the Bridge is going to provide more extensive academic advising, student mentoring. They're also going to have a tutoring center, so that if you are taking those research methods or those stats classes, or you need a little bit of extra help with writing, this is specially designed just for students in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, and the peer tutors are students who are doing well in those kinds of courses and tasks in our college and in our majors. So you are welcome to come seek them out for tutoring. Again, the tutoring is going to be in research methods. So for us, that would be CAFS 3315. In statistics, which would be CAFS 2220, and then just with writing in any one of our courses, because I'm sure, as most of you know, all of our instructors include writing assignments. So I would encourage you to not only stop by the Student Success Center mentioned on the previous slide, but to also take specific advantage of this new program housed in that center called the Bridge. The library is a very important part of being a college student. You're absolutely going to be required to write papers that require you to have done some research and include different kinds of research articles. So you want to make sure that you are ready to go and can use the library effectively. So I would encourage you to take a look at the library website. They have all kinds of online guides. They have workshops. You can meet with a librarian. So the library has staff that are ready, willing, and able to help you to be able to use the library effectively, to know how to conduct a search for the kind of information that you need for class assignments and papers. So it's really a good idea to look into those things early before you have to write a paper so that you're ready to go and you know how to find the resources that you need. USB has a very active career center, and they encourage students to use their services throughout their entire time at CSUSB. So this might be something that you think, oh, I need to wait until I'm about to graduate and I'm looking for a job, but this is something that you should be doing all throughout your time at Cal State University San Bernardino. So this career center can help you find jobs relevant to your field while you're here as a student. It can help you think about professional careers after you graduate. But there's all kinds of good stuff going on that helps you to build those skills slowly across time so that you're not having to scramble at the end right before graduation. So they have workshops, resume workshops, mock interviews, all kinds of career building skills. They have a closet that has both hygiene items and professional attire that is completely free for students. They can offer 4-year career planning and advice. They're hooked up to different jobs on campus and in the community, and you can also do drop-in advice. So a really great service that I would recommend that you take advantage of all along your time here, and not just wait until the very end. The Career Center is also something that you will hear more about when you take the Advanced Practicum 5575. Those classes help you to use the Career Center as well. So finally, I wanted to talk about mental health services on campus. So I do want to note that I have not given you an exhaustive list of resources available to you on campus to help make both your course success go better, but I tried to pick some that I thought were really important to get to know early on, and mental health services is definitely one of them. Unfortunately, a lot of college students struggle with anxiety and depression in particular. So you can see on this slide I've referenced a study from 2021, which found that 34% of college students struggle with anxiety disorder and 41% with depression. So this is not an abnormal thing for college students to experience. If you're experiencing these kinds of issues yourself, there's absolutely no shame in that, because many of us do, and it's not uncommon at all. The thing to remember is that that can interfere with your daily life, but it can also interfere with your college success. So oftentimes when students are experiencing anxiety or depression or other mental health kinds of issues, it may be hard to come to class, to get assignments completed, and ultimately might interfere with being able to successfully complete your degree. So we really want to make sure that we can help as a university, a college, a department, and do whatever we can to keep you healthy and keep your well-being in a good place. So the university does offer counseling and psychological services. They are free of charge. So if you go to the website, if you go to the CAPS website, you can make an appointment, you can meet with a counselor. They have all kinds of services available. I would also highly encourage you to talk with any of your faculty in any of your classes. Many of us have taken mental health first aid training, and we can help to hook you up with resources. We can walk you over to CAPS if you need to make an appointment and are uncomfortable doing so yourself. So please don't hesitate to reach out. I promise you that faculty in our department and folks across the university really are invested in your health and well-being, and we'll do our very best to get you services that can make things better. This is an addendum to my first audio recording over on the left-hand side of the screen. I also wanted to note that there is something on campus called the CARE team. So in addition to CAPS being able to access counseling and psychological services, you can also access the care team. So the care team can get you hooked up with those same mental health services, but can also help to get you hooked up with other services that you might need as well, things that might be contributing to anxiety and depression. So care is a broader service venue than CAPS is, and the care team can help you to find counseling and psychological services. They can refer you to appropriate academic services if you're struggling in your classes. They can also get you in the pipeline to get just tangible items that you might need. So they can provide housing support. They can provide support for obtaining food because unfortunately a lot of college students go hungry. So the care team is a wonderful resource on our campus. And you can either ask a faculty member to refer you, you can refer yourself. Sometimes you might have a conversation with a faculty member about how things are going, things that you're struggling with, and that faculty member can also say, hey, you know, we have the care team on campus, would it be okay if I referred you to their services? So there's a variety of ways that you can get hooked up with the care team. But I have put their link here in case that's something that you might be interested in and you'd like to do a self-referral, or if you'd like a faculty member to do that for you, please let any one of the faculty in the Child Development Department know, and we will be happy to create a referral for you. In addition to taking advantage of resources available through the college and the university that can help with your coursework and help you to successfully complete your degree, I would also encourage you to get involved outside of your classes. So there's a lot that goes on a university campus. There's all kinds of fun things. There's things that there's clubs, and there's opportunities to be engaged in different projects that are going on. And it really does make for a better, more fun, more enriched college experience. So you can see that I've listed here that when you do things outside of just going to class and completing a course, it makes you more marketable for graduate school and for job opportunities. When you graduate, it can help you to figure out what you're interested in and what your goals are. So the more things that you get involved with, the more likely you are to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and help make sure that you are taking the right course and completing the right degree and pursuing the right career at the end of the day. It also helps to get you involved with the faculty in our department and across campus, and that is useful for a variety of reasons. One, that faculty member might tell you about opportunities, even more opportunities that are available for you to be engaged in, or they may get to know you better, and then at some point when you need to ask for a letter of recommendation, they know more about you and it's easier to write you a favorable letter that really talks about you personally. And it also just makes college more fun. College can be a great time. There's lots of fun things to do, and the more engaged you are and the more people you meet, the more you will look back on your time in college fondly. So there are all kinds of things going on at the university level. I would encourage you to take a look at the website that I've included on this page, the CSUSB Student Engagement website. It can link you up to all kinds of things across campus, and I'm sure there's a million things that I don't even know exist, but might be interesting to you to get involved with. What I can tell you more about is the things that we have in our department, so in the Department of Child Development, and that's what I'm going to cover in the remaining slides. One thing that you might be interested in the department is we do have an honors program. So this is an opportunity to do research with a faculty member in our department. And as you saw on one of our previous lectures, our faculty are highly involved and almost all have some sort of research program that they are working on. So this is an opportunity to work in a research lab with one of our faculty and to get that kind of research experience. This is great training for graduate school. Again, it's a wonderful way to work more closely with a faculty member, have that person be your mentor. So if you are interested in the honors program, you definitely should take a look at our website and our information about that program. We do have requirements for GPA, so this is a program for students who are doing well in their coursework, because this is additional kind of course material and involvement, so we want to make sure that you're ready for that kind of experience. But if you do qualify for the honors program and you do decide to apply, you would take a course each semester of your junior and your senior year with our honors program instructor, and she tells you all about research and professional development kinds of things. So all kinds of things that you would learn in that seminar. And in addition to that, you'll work for the year in a faculty member's research lab and work for them as a research assistant, and they will have you do all kinds of different tasks to help you to learn more about the research experience. A great opportunity to get involved is our CD Club. So in the Department of Child, Adolescent, and Family Studies, we have a club. It is available to students both at the San Bernardino and Palm Desert campuses. The supervisor is Dr. Stacy Morris. She is a wonderful person and a wonderful faculty member, and has done a great job making the club to be exciting and relevant, and lots of activities happening. There are leadership opportunities once you get involved in the club. They do philanthropy kinds of activities. They do fun activities. They table on campus. So there are a variety of ways to be involved in the club. And again, this is open to students at both campuses. So I would greatly encourage you to check out the club. You can look on our website for how to join and more information about what they do. You can follow them on Instagram, and you can also engage with them on Discord, and I've provided that link for you as well. Well, this is not a departmental program. We do not have a departmental study abroad program. We're hoping to someday. We've been tossing around some ideas about places and things that we think would be good opportunities specifically for child development students, but that does not mean that you cannot do study abroad. I would encourage you to check out the website on this page. The university has a study abroad program. You are able to create a study abroad experience for yourself or join in on other study abroad programs. Recently, there was a student in our department who did a study abroad in Mexico and was able to earn, take a course or two there that counted towards her degree. So it is something that we can potentially work out if that's something you're interested in doing. But what a wonderful opportunity to go somewhere different, see a different culture, learn different things as part of your college program. I'm excited to announce that there are 2 scholarships that are just for students in the Child, Adolescent, and Family Studies Department. This is the Rico Scholarship and the El Gayuni and Lee Scholarship. I would very much encourage you to apply for these. You can find more information on the scholarships link that I provided on this slide. These are not scholarships that are available to other students at the university. These are just for students in our department. So that makes it a very good reason to apply, because you're not competing with students all across the university. You're just competing against students in our own department. Another great way to get involved is to check out the Institute for Child Development and Family Relations. This is a center on campus that supports children and families both here on our campus as well as in the community. Many of the programs that are available are navigated by our very own CAFS faculty. So in the lecture on faculty research and projects, most of the research and projects that are shared in that slide presentation are funded or supported by ICDFR. So for example, Dr. Wong's BFAST work, the work that I do, so me being Dr. Wilcox, so C Campus and QSSB, those are also supported by ICDFR. The Infant Toddler Lab School, which I talk about on the next slide, is supported by ICDFR. So it's a great opportunity to learn more about projects that we're already sharing through our department, but also a great way to find out about other stuff going on. So for example, they have a family-friendly parent room in their offices. And then they do other work as well that's outside of the realm of the child, adolescent, and family studies faculty. So I would encourage you to check out their website and learn more about the things that we're doing in our department that are under that center, but also to learn about additional things that they're doing as well. There are several places on campus that serve children and families that you can either do your lab, observation, advanced practicum hours at, or potentially even find employment. So there are 2 child care centers at Cal State San Bernardino. One is the Infant Toddler Lab School, the other is the Children's Center. So the Infant Toddler Lab School serves children age 0 to 3. The Children's Center serves children age 3 to 5. So I would definitely encourage you to check those places out and consider seeing if they are hiring. It's a great on-campus job that will work with your schedule and give you valuable experience that you can use when you graduate. There's also a center on campus called the University Center for Developmental Disabilities that serves children with autism and their families. That's another good one to check out about volunteer or employment opportunities. And finally, I just wanted to remind you that getting involved in any of these departmental opportunities requires communicating and communicating effectively. So as I was noting earlier, it's really important to reach out to faculty in the right way. So you definitely don't want to just show up at a faculty member's office and knock on their door or just walk in. This is something you really want to connect with a faculty member ahead of time, reach out to them either by making a phone call and leaving a voicemail message if they don't answer, sending them an email, scheduling an appointment, a time when you're going to come in. Make sure that when you reach out to the faculty member that you're very clear about why you're reaching out. You know, I heard in my CD 2200 lecture that there's a child development club on campus. I'd really love to meet with you and talk more about this and see how I can get involved. I was on the ICDFR website. I was reading about the Be Fast program. This sounds like something that I have a really high interest in. I'd love to sit down and talk more about it and how I can get involved. So just remember to, check what you've written. This is why the Writing Center can even help with emails, because you want to make sure that it's polite and professional and that you're using appropriate grammar, that you're using punctuation where it is needed. So, sometimes we send messages to folks on our phones and we forget to add in all that kind of stuff because we're kind of sending it like a text message. So really think about this in a more formal way, something where you're sitting down at your computer, you're doing a subject line, you're composing a professional, well-written message that clearly explains what it is that you would like to know more about, and then go to that meeting equally prepared, right? Having read the website, have the information you need ahead of time so that you can sit down and talk with the faculty member about exactly what opportunities there might be for you to get involved. And I think it's also just remember that our faculty are human. They're actually all very, very nice people. And I think that you'll find once you sit down with them and get a chance to talk with them, that you'll find that they're very friendly, very easygoing, and very happy to have you in their offices to talk about getting involved with things that they love to do.